I hope you don't mind me being dressed like this because it's a little bit windy and a little bit cold up here because we're quite high up. Anyway, after Seat had their Arona and Volkswagen had their T-Cross, well, Škoda said that they want their smallest SUV type vehicle, so they released the Škoda Kamiq. I think it's Kamiq anyway. And I think of all the three, it really looks the best, especially this front with the daylight LEDs. They look kind of nifty and futuristic, and they're also, the blinkers are all animated at the front and at the back.
Yes, the full LED tech is optional, but I think it looks so good it should really be mandatory equipment. This is definitely one of the better looking small SUVs, at least as far as Germans and French are concerned. To get these cool LEDs, you'll pay an extra 800 euros. They are already included in the top-of-the-line package though. I should also mention these aero alloys, which are designed for less air resistance. Optional, of course, in various sizes. The rear sports the word Škoda in big letters and no imitation exhausts.
And at the back, you've got these quite interesting lights. They say Škoda crystal lighting. Wow, so you get plastic crystals, sort of. But I think they look pretty good. And despite being the smallest SUV in their lineup, you can still get an electronically assisted or electronically operated boot.
Škoda really likes playing about with the crystal theme, and I don't blame them. It does look pretty nice and makes the car a bit more interesting.
Inside the Kamiq, it's well business as usual if you've been in a T-Cross or any Volkswagen really. It's quite nice. It's solidly put together. I like the steering wheel. I especially like these door handles. And the displays are a little more interesting because this has the digital instrument cluster, which looks okay, even though it's a very square and somewhat small for my taste. But it's also a little low resolution, especially when you have the navigation on there. So, swings and roundabouts. This is more interesting though, the infotainment screen. It's the biggest one, which means that you have a giant bezel around it. I don't really know why, and lots of big buttons, but they're all touch buttons. They're all capacitive. So anytime you want to change something, you have to look down away from the road. Very annoying. But what's even more annoying, it's got this Škoda's climate controls with the menu button. So you have to change your climate controls on the actual screen. But for some reason, the menu button half of the time, well, most of the time, doesn't even work. No matter what I do. Let me change it!
The upholstery is textile. Leather is available. The seats can be heated in the front and back. With an SUV this size, pretty cool. The car drives just fine, and what I mean by that is it's composed in the corners, it's reasonably responsive, but still comfortable enough for city driving, which it'll do most of the time. Right now it's available with a 1-liter 3-cylinder petrol with 95 or 115 horsepower. The 1.5-liter petrol has 150 horsepower, while the diesel has 115. Everything but the most basic engine can be had with a DSG. The base Kamiq starts at 15,400 euros, while the fully equipped one with a diesel engine comes up to 34,400 euros.